The city is still asleep, bathed in the gray light of dawn. But one man walks alone. He moves through the quiet streets, and there's an aura about him. Something ancient and heavy. It's not just his calm exterior. It's what lies beneath. Something coiled, something alive, something watching from behind his eyes. A silent energy that hums in the air around him. This is the awakening of the Serpent. It's a symbol of primal energy, the raw, fierce instinct that has been dormant. When a man stops wasting his vital force on fleeting impulses, this energy doesn't just disappear. It builds. It coils. It becomes a source of immense power. This serpent is pressure, ambition, and a deep, simmering hunger for life. It is the untamed fire within, growing stronger with every day of discipline. But as the serpent awakens, so does another force. The saint. This is the archetype of clarity, discipline, and higher consciousness. It is the part of him that observes, that guides, that refuses to be a slave to desire. The saint represents the moral structure, the unwavering restraint that allows him to channel the serpent's fire instead of being consumed by it. It is the quiet strength of a will forged in seminal retention is the catalyst that awakens both at the same time. The serpent rises because the raw, creative energy is being conserved and redirected upward, no longer scattered to the wind. The saint rises because the daily practice of saying no to impulse becomes a lifestyle, a spiritual path. Discipline carves the channels through which this new power can flow. He feels this duality stirring within him. One part of him becomes sharper, hungrier, more attuned to the world's hidden currents. His instincts are electric. He sees opportunities and threats with a primal clarity. Another part of him becomes calmer, wiser, and more stable than ever before. He is a rock in the storm, observing life with a detached peace. The inner tension is palpable. The serpent wants to conquer, to dominate, to act. The saint wants to observe, to understand, to transcend. But true power is not found in choosing one over the other. It is found in harnessing both. In this sacred tension, he discovers balance and authority. The serpent provides the engine. The saint holds the wheel. His aura begins to transform. His presence becomes magnetic, drawing people in without a word. His silence is no longer empty. It's intense, filled with unspoken depth. People feel both a sense of danger and safety around him. They sense the storm coiled within him, but they also sense the shelter of his control. He is a paradox, a force of nature under perfect command. He locks eyes with a stranger, and for a fleeting moment, they feel a jolt, a pulse of something ancient and powerful, like looking into the eyes of a wolf. He sits in complete stillness, yet he feels an internal flame, a current of fire rising through his spine, warming him from the inside out. He walks past a group of people, and conversations falter. Heads turn. They react to his presence, to the focused energy he carries, without knowing why. This journey rewires his entire psychology. He no longer chases fleeting pleasures. The dopamine hits that once ruled him now seem hollow and cheap. Instead, he learns to channel his tension, his raw creative energy, into growth, into his goals, into building a foundation of unshakable self. Join our Telegram channel for deeper content. The serpent inside him becomes the fuel for his ambition. It gives him the confidence to face challenges head-on, the alertness to navigate a complex world, and the sheer force of will to push through any obstacle. Simultaneously, the saint provides the framework for this power. It is his discipline, his emotional control, his patience. It's the ability to rise above petty provocations, to see the bigger picture, and to resist the temptations that once held him captive. These two forces, the primal and the divine, are not at war. They are in a sacred dance. Together, they forge an aura that people experience as depth, intensity, and elevated purpose. People's reactions to him become a mirror of their own inner state. Some feel inexplicably drawn to his gravity, sensing a source of strength and stability. Others feel intimidated by his focus, uncomfortable with the intensity he radiates. And many feel safe, recognizing that his power is controlled, that he is a guardian, not a threat. Balancing the Serpent and the Saint gives him a unique advantage in life. He can be fierce and assertive without losing his cool. He can be calm and patient without becoming passive or weak. He embodies the warrior and the monk in a single form. Imagine this. The Serpent, a column of pure energy, rises through his spine. It is not chaos. It is awakened potential, the very life force of creation. And as it rises, the Saint places a gentle hand upon it, not to crush it, but to guide it upward, toward the crown of his head, transmuting raw power into enlightened clarity. His leadership qualities naturally strengthen. He commands attention without demanding it. His presence speaks volumes before he even opens his mouth. People listen when he talks, because his words are backed by the weight of his discipline and the fire of his conviction. This path gives him the capacity to endure discomfort, to delay gratification, and to pursue long-term goals with unwavering dedication. The temptations that derail most men become insignificant distractions on his path. He is no longer a leaf in the wind, but the mountain that stands firm against it. In the end, it builds toward a mythic conclusion within himself. The Serpent gives him momentum, the primal fire that drives him forward. The Saint gives him direction, the higher purpose that gives his journey meaning. The Serpent is the force, the Saint is the vision. Together, they create a man who is fully alive, ferocious in his ambition, yet peaceful in his spirit, grounded in unyielding discipline, yet soaring with unrestrained potential. This aura, this magnetic presence, is not magic. It is not a gift from the heavens. It is the natural, inevitable result of a man who refuses to drain his essence into fleeting impulses. It is the reward for choosing the arduous, beautiful path of inner mastery. Support us through the thanks button to help us keep creating.